Atlanta Gas Light provides natural gas delivery service to more than 1.6 million customers in Georgia and has been an invaluable partner to not only the Technical College System of Georgia, but specifically to Atlanta Technical College. Welcome back to our latest episode of Atlanta Tech Talks. I'm Dr. Katrina Hunter, Vice President of Student Engagement at Atlanta Technical College, and I'm excited to shine the light on a partner who has invested in our students through workforce development programs, equipment, facility upgrades, tuition assistance, and more. Today, Atlanta Gas Light is the largest natural gas distribution utility in the Southeast, a company dedicated to serving not only their customers, but the entire community. And we at Atlanta Technical College couldn't be prouder about our collaboration. Let's take a listen to our latest episode.
Welcome to Atlanta Tech Talks, where we highlight the college's people, partnerships, collaborations, and programs that help move Atlanta and our surrounding communities forward. I am your host, Antonio Hicks, and we're excited to have you along on this journey. In today's discussion, Filling the Workforce Gaps, how we are working together to solve workforce woes, I welcome on Travis Williams of Atlanta Gas Light, one of ATC's strategic partners. Welcome on, Travis, and thank you for being here for our new digital adventure.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
So let's just get right in. Atlanta Gas Light serves as a pipeline to fill our homes and businesses with natural gas resources. And for the most part, most of us, AGL helps keep us warm, prepare our meals, and allows for comfortable showers. How does this show titled, Filling the Workforce Gaps, how we're working together to solve workforce woes, fit into the mission of AGL family?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, one of the things that I will share with you is that at Atlanta Gas Light, one of our guiding principles is really to be good steward of our communities and good corporate citizen. And as we look at the workforce challenges really across the nation, our industry is not exempt. And so one of the things that we're understanding is just really, what do workers want for tomorrow? We're seeing that the workforce is changing, and we have to be flexible. And by being flexible, we have to offer resources for the communities in which we serve. One of the things that we realize is that there's a great opportunity to leverage Technical College. At Technical College, they have already benchmarked programs that are really transferable into our organization. What we're trying to do is ensure that we have a presence where we can tell our story so that students are able to understand, hey, there are opportunities in the energy industry, not just jobs, because one of the things that we're looking to say is how do we ensure folks understand that this is a career? You can feed your family, you can have economic mobility. And so what we're trying to do is be intentional about creating these opportunities in these different spaces that open up recruitment channels.
Okay. Now, as a follow-up question to the last question, soft skills are very important for employees to master in the workforce and can oftentimes make or break a technically proficient employee. How is AGL working with Atlanta Tech to solve these workforce woes?
Yeah, so, look, we are a big proponent of, put your money where your mouth is. And one of the things that we understand is that you have to make investments. And one of the things that we have done most recently within our organization, we're allocated what we call civic spend. And essentially what this does is it gives our regions opportunities to be able to look out into community and say, hey, where can these dollars be best served? Where can you have more of a value impact? And so one of the things that we did, we did a donation to Atlanta Technical of $20,000 to develop these soft skill videos. Because at the end of the day, when you have a technical school and you have a rigorous training program, such as our organization, it's not the technical skill set that we see employees have adversity with. It's more so the soft skills, the competencies, the behavioral, right? It's really the will concept. And so what we've done and try to be intentional is we're having quarterly touch points with the students. And so we're able to come into the class and talk about what does the behavior look like? What do you need to exhibit? What do you need to exemplify? How do you assimilate to our culture? How do we make sure that you're operating at an optimal performance? And a lot of that is, look, if you can make someone see that they're a professional, if you can make them see that they're a stakeholder, what happens is there's a sudden shift, right? Their lens adjusts. And ultimately, those behaviors will in turn drive actions. And that is probably one of the biggest focus for our organization, is really to shift away from the technical component, but more so the behavioral and the competencies of the whole person.
Okay. Now, for a potential student looking to start a career at Atlanta Gaslight, what steps can he or she take at ATC to get started on the right path?
Yeah, so the first thing that I would say, because, we are curating this relationship, one of the partners that we've been working with is the Center for Workforce Innovation. And so working with Matara has really been beneficial, because what that does is we're able to have these touch points to talk about, hey, what are we doing from a resume writing aspect, right? Does your students understand what your resume may say or may not say? What are those micro inequities that you're sending from the resume? Talking about professionalism. Are you preparing your students for behavioral style interviews, right? So look, we're in a world now, it's no longer the generic question of tell me what your greatest skill sets are, or tell me what your weaknesses are, but organizations are assessing, do you have the capacity to do this job? And so that means tell me about a time. And a lot of times what we've seen is that we've interviewed people, and behavioral style interview are very new and foreign to them. And look, not everyone interviews well. We know that, right?
Right, yeah.
But then when it's coupled with the element of surprise, you really see vulnerability and gaps. And that really can have a negative impact on a potential candidate. So I will always start with the ATC students to make sure that they're partnering and reaching out for the Center for Workforce Innovation. In addition to, look, Atlanta Gaslight, SouthernCompanyGas.com, there's an abundance of opportunities. We share with everyone that we have an umbrella of opportunities. This is one of the organizations that I would say has a one-stop shop. And so if you're a social media guru, we have our own social media team. We're self-insured. So if you want to be Jake from State Farm, we got that for you too. So, the opportunities are plentiful and abundant. I would say just make sure we're building great relationship. Let someone know. If you're truly interested in an opportunity, it's great to go out there and apply, but we want to make sure that that application is meaningful. Making sure that when you put on that referral, Atlanta ATC or Atlanta Technical, that we can look for those, because we have a tracking mechanism built within our software to look at where referrals are coming from, right? How do we quantify these relationships in which we're building? So, if you go out there and you see something that you like, make sure in that referral you put Atlanta Technical. That's an aha for us to say, hey, let's pull those resumes to take a closer look.
Wow, yeah, that's really good. Now, as we wrap up, I think throughout our professional careers, we have all had the aha moment. If you would, please leave our audience with Atlanta Technical success tips.
Yeah, so look, one of the things that has been instrumental in my career, in addition to other leaders in which I've seen, is you have to set goals, right? I just came from a training the other day, and they were talking about how, after Hurricane Katrina, that this football field scoreboard had got torn down. And, the kids were playing a game, and the scoreboard wasn't there, and as if nobody was paying attention to the game. And the only thing that had changed was that the scoreboard was no longer there. And, without goals, you don't have a barometer to know whether you're getting closer to your goals or are they eluding you. And so your goals become your scoreboard in life. It allows you to know what game you're playing. It allows you to understand where you may need to pivot, change in your strategy to ultimately get closer to accomplishing those goals. And so that's one of the things I would share with everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a new student or a new employee. You want to make sure they're attainable. Some people call them SMART goals. but you want to make sure that you are advancing no matter what. Without goals, it creates stagnation. And with stagnation, that typically creates failure.
Thank you. Good, a lot of good tips, too. So thank you again to our special guest, Travis Williams of Atlanta Gaslight. For more information about Atlanta Technical College, please visit www.atlantatech.edu. I'm your host, Antonio Hicks, and this has been Atlanta Tech Talks.